Hello everyone, it's Ojamajestic here, and today I'll be giving you all a very compact Duel Links beginner's guide to get you started. Because of the compactness of this video, some more complex things will be left out, but by the time you'll need them, you'll know a thing or two about Yu-Gi-Oh, so you'll be able to figure it out on your own. So, when you start the game, you get to choose between Seto Kaiba and Yami Yugi. I would recommend you to choose Kaiba, since he'll be better with your optimal starting deck, but later on you can unlock the other character as well, so the choice is not that important at all. After this introduction, you get dropped into the DM world of Duel Links, where I would advise you to do the following. First of all, you should be completing stage missions to get access to the different worlds while unlocking more characters. This will also increase the amount of standard duelists that can spawn at once. Second of all, you should complete your beginner missions, since the rewards could help you immensely. And besides these things, you can also play the events if they are available to you already, because they can also offer some nice rewards. But you will need a good deck to do all these things, so let's get to one. Your best option is to use the Friend Invitation campaign if it's still available, because this will give you a good Blue Eyes deck to help you through PvE and maybe even a bit of PvP. You can use my code, which I will leave in the description, and if you leave yours in the comments, you'll get some additional rewards when someone uses it. But if this campaign isn't available anymore, I would advise you to go to the card shop, where you can buy the Red Eye structure deck, which can be upgraded into a pretty decent starter deck. To upgrade this deck, you will need to use tickets you will get by logging in and doing some missions. I will leave links to all the decks that I mentioned in the description, so you can check them out at your own pace. The site which I will use, Duel Links Meta, will also show you how to get each card. These beginner decks will get you quite far into the game, but eventually you'll need decks for all the different summoning mechanics. And luckily, you can get some pretty okay decks for all these summoning mechanics, except Link Summoning, without spending any gems. These will require a lot of cards from tickets and the card trader though, so I would advise you to start buying them from the card trader as early as possible, since he has a limited stock which resets every 8 hours after you check on him. For the Link deck, I would recommend you to buy out the World of Barroom minibox a couple of times to get the thingy deck. It's fun, competitively viable, and not so new that any of the main cards will probably be hit anytime soon on the ban list. But you'll never know with Konami, of course. But besides that, when you buy out the Barrier minibox a couple of times, you will also get access to my favorite deck, Toons. It's also pretty good, albeit less robust than Tengi's. Now that you're set on most fronts, there are still a couple of things that I would like to mention. First of all, always check if there are some free packs and or structure decks in the card shop. Because sometimes this is the case, but it's always quite clear when it happens, so don't stress it too much if you don't see it. Second of all, I would also advise you to log in at least semi-regularly, because at every structure deck and pack release, we receive a bunch of gems. I would also recommend you to use your dream tickets on cards that you can only get in structure decks, since the second structure deck will cost you real money most of the time. If you want to get a card out of a normal pack instead, please always check if they cannot be bought with box chips within the card trader's menu first, since dream tickets are more valuable than box chips. Besides that, if you want a couple of free gems, you can click on certain places at the different parts of the map to potentially get some gems. And every day, you can also watch a replay for 5 gems. You will still get the reward if you stop the replay early, so you can save yourself some time. If you need to build a specific deck for a mission, be sure to use the filter function to help you with deck building. Do however note that you will sometimes need to use a specific skill to do missions without spending any gems. And lastly, it might also be worthwhile to change your settings as follows to enhance your experience. And that was it, gamers. I hope this helped you with getting into Duel Links. I'll leave some extra resources in the description that you can check out. But more importantly, tell your homies you love them for me, okay? Bye bye.